Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Take Two Radio. This is Pam, your host, and tonight as my co-host, I have Sabina. Hello, Sabina.
Hello.
Hey, are you excited? Are you jumping up and down?
Yes, I
am. Tonight we welcome the multiple award winner and nominated Joan van Ark, and most of you know her as Valene Ewing. Welcome, Joan.
Thank you. Great to be here. Hi, Chicago.
Yeah, we didn't get to it, but Sabina is actually in Atlanta, and I guess maybe you'll figure that out once she starts talking.
Oh, my God, I'm going there in a couple weeks, actually.
Really?
Yeah, there's, golly, I don't know the exact, I know it's the Diamond Awards or something, but it's there in Atlanta, March 14 or 15, something like that. And I'm coming back to be on a panel and then to get this award on Saturday night. So maybe I'll see you.
Oh, my gosh.
Cool. That would be awesome.
Well, that's not fair. Atlanta gets a lot of stuff.
Well, they get a lot of basketball. I know that for sure because I'm a basketball freak. But Chicago's got its fair share, too, of basketball.
Yeah, that's true. But right now I'm a hockey fan, so, and Blackhawks finally won, 2 years ago after like 40-something years, the Stanley Cup.
They got the Stanley Cup because the Ducks got, it was the Kings here who finally got it after forever trying.
Yeah.
But it's been bad luck for hockey because of the contract negotiations and everything.
Oh, I know. It was making me insane. My winter was not the same. If I have to put up with winter, I at least should have my hockey.
I agree. My daughter's the same way. She loves it, and you guys have been cheated. I'll grant you that.
Yeah. Well, at least it's back on, but they're just playing a lot of back-to-back games, which I'm sure is rough on them. But they're doing well.
Very rough, because the same thing happened with the thing that I'm passionate about, which is basketball. All the back-to-back games, it means injuries, it means not top of the game, it compromises the chemistry of the team, all of those things which the hockey guys are experiencing now, I'm sure.
Right.
When you have to squeeze the whole season into, 20 minutes, it's tricky.
Right, and the frustrations and the aggravations, and then you get more fights and more teeth lost. And
yeah, more. The dentists are all happy, but that's about it. Anyway.
So what have you been up to? I heard you made a quick visit somewhere to, like, maybe Dallas?
Like maybe you're right. Yes, I did. I got back a couple weeks ago, and actually I'm having lunch with Ted tomorrow. We periodically, grab a bite. He has a sandwich. I do a latte because I usually go running in the afternoon if I don't have to be Joan van Ark. But I'm meeting him for lunch tomorrow. But it was really something to be down there. I think more happened to me inside Joan van Ark /actress than happened to Valene, because it turned out that I arrived a day early to do wardrobe and hair and makeup chit-chat and blah, blah, blah. And they were filming out at South Fork. They were filming the burial of JR because Valene's Valene's character does not have anything to do with the what will be iconic episode that will be the funeral. But there I was being driven out to South Fork, which is like 45 minutes one way out of town, out of Dallas. And to see that again after, some 20-plus years, and then to see the site where they were filming, which is where I talked to the hair and makeup people and gave Ted and Patrick and Linda a hug. Mm-hmm. Very emotional, very emotional.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I was more affected by Larry and his passing than I would have ever imagined. It just, and I know he's had, close calls and brushes with this, and yet with Larry, like a cat with 9 lives, he just said the heck with it. He was so full of life that he would not be denied, and he just, he's a little boy at heart. And I couldn't believe it when I heard it, and I must say coming to grips with it is ridiculous because I'm not someone who's with him every day. I've seen him socially a lot, and as through the years as we've worked together. But oh Lord, that was a shocker somehow.
Well, even for us fans of Dallas, watched, the original Dallas, of course, and now with him being on the new Dallas, it's rough for us, too. I watch him now. I just watched it last night and thinking to myself, my gosh, how many more episodes is he going to be on? My heart is already breaking, and it's affected me, and I know probably many others. It's like part of your family. Of course, it's on prime time, but it's still a soap, and we consider these people an extension of our families.
I totally agree with that, because I think as you watch a series, if in fact the characters grab your heart and become your friends or extended family, you do revisit them every week. And to watch Larry, because I watched all the first season during Christmas break to kind of homework my going down there a couple of weeks ago. And then last night I saw the first 2 of this season. I haven't seen all of it. And, you look at Larry, and you're right, it's bittersweet, because you look at him as JR right in front of you on the television screen, but you know that there's not borrowed time, but that it's measured now, and it makes it very emotional.
It does. It really does. And then what do you think? I know you've only seen 2 of the new episodes, but what do you think of it?
Well, that's an interesting question. I'll tell you, and I have to be so careful here, because number one, I'm in awe of Cynthia Cedra and Michael Robin, who have unbelievably rebooted this to be contemporary and very interesting in the cross-generational, the Linda, Larry, Patrick against the young Titans and the young hot sex against J.R. and Sue Ellen, with J.R. saying, I don't care what they say, you're still the prettiest woman in the room. All that golden connection between J.R. and Sue Ellen. And Bobby, Patrick has a blessing in Brenda Strong, who's an amazing actress, who's every bit his equal and has quarterbacked so many of the scenes to kind of blend everything in a kind of interesting, unique way of new and old. Bobby being the traditional, she is the new. So I'm in awe of all that. But I do, I see a difference in this second season. I need more, perhaps, to have a concrete reaction, but it seems that JR is softer. Now, that just might be me, because every time I see him, I almost want to cry. But she asked him to tea. I just saw the first 2, and she asked him in to have tea one night, and he's what is it, bourbon and branch water,
right?
Like, I don't want to see him soften, and I don't believe he is, and it could be me because I'm so emotional about both Larry and JR. So having just seen the 2 episodes, it's very interesting what they're doing. It always is. Sometimes I can't keep up with who has the rights and the mineral and the new ecology versus old school and blah 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 blah. I have trouble following that, but it's compelling. And then I saw the first few seconds of Judith Light, who's
my God.
What an actress. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So I've only seen the first few seconds, which was the very end of episode 2. So I'm going to hold comment just saying that I've only had a taste of the new season, but I must say I'm in awe of what Cynthia and Mike have done to really reinvent this and make it contemporary and fresh. And that is a gift to all of us.
Definitely, because I said from the beginning when I watched the first season, if they did not bring back the main characters to the new Dallas, I'm not sure how that would have went off. It may have still been successful, but I think by bringing in the main characters and telling the backstory and where these kids are from and who they're from and what it's about, you're not only bringing in a new audience, you're bringing back the old audience.
I totally agree, and I find that a delicious experience to watch because you see Ken Kercheval, and JR together, which was delicious in the first season. I'm sure that's to be determined in upcoming episodes.
Right.
But still, it's just it's wonderful to see because you want to see, well, so how are they now? How do they look now? And that was another thing for me as an actress. I found it a real emotional and physical challenge to say, how would Valene be now? I was curious to see how did they conceive her, the new writers on this new team, and what is my responsibility and obligation to myself as an actress, to the character, first and foremost, Valene, and to the fans who are out there wondering, well, now what? So I really wanted to make her look like Valene now, not Joan van Ark, because I have very definite feelings about where I want to go. But that's not what this is about. I mean, I just did, not just, but last year, and I did a webisode, a send-up of Toddlers and Tiaras, which is called Pretty. And,
yes,
and it was a beauty queen.
Me to ask you about that too.
Oh, it's a beauty queen. It's John Benet Ramsey, or it's Honey Boo Boo, or it's any of those little, those little idiot girls. God bless them. I don't mean idiots. I just mean these little firebrands, and it's the senior version of that. So I'm wearing the tiara, and I've got the banner on, Miss Senior, Toddlers and Tiaras, or whatever, and I had a ball doing it. It was such a kind of leap of faith. And then I ended up winning Best Comedy Guest Appearance.
Yes, you did.
On the Indie Soap Awards. So I was I was thrilled.
I watched it, and I'll tell you, it was not anything that I expected it to be.
I know.
Just from the title, I didn't know what it was going to be about, and I had interviewed Steve about his new web series, The Inn.
Oh. I saw it. Have you seen it?
Before I interviewed him, I thought, well, let me go and look and see what the series was like. And I was floored. I couldn't believe it. I laughed so hard.
I know. I think he is so talented. And I just looked yesterday at his clip of, I think it's his first episode of The Inn. It's magnificently different and very, very special. I said, this is good. I kept saying, wow, this is good. And I emailed him because I thought, this is wonderful and so not pretty.
Oh, definitely. It's the other end of the spectrum completely.
Exactly. And then he wrote to me about how he'd studied Hitchcock and amped the color in the thing to kind of tone it down and all these tricks he did. I loved because I'm in the DGA and the Directors Guild, and I said, I love how you shot it, how you've edited it, and your camera, your framing, because you're kind of wonky with all of it, and it's fabulous. Yeah, it's fabulous. I'm so proud of him.
And he even brought in a few people from another web series, Divanity. I don't know if you've ever watched that, but that's another awesome web series. And they're on there, and I was so excited to see them because, of course, when I interviewed him, he didn't let out too much because the first episode hadn't aired yet. So when does
it start, or has it already?
It actually started. I believe he has 2 episodes out now, or maybe 3. I have to look and check on there. But if you go to prettytheseries.com, The Inn is on there, and you can watch it from there.
Okay. I am such a fan of his. I just think he's very special, and he's got to keep going because he's doing such interesting work. And I was thrilled to be a part of it, and it was quite I don't know what the word is, a brave thing on my part because we went out on a Saturday. He may have told you we went to a factory in the valley somewhere with no mirrors and no windows because he wanted it top secret. And I said, you know what? I'm going to let your hair and makeup recreate me because, and I've learned from 14 years on Knots Landing, you always have to do a little bit of the hair and makeup yourself because with all these women that were on the show, you have to protect yourself. So you've got to get it started and let someone else connect the dots. But in this case, I went out there with damp hair, no makeup, and said, okay,